Today, we're gonna try to fix the door handle on the Tig. All right, so for the longest time, exterior door handle, try to pop it open and no working. I bought parts long time ago. Today, we're gonna try to knock it out. I've got it halfway torn apart already. I'll walk you through some parts that I tore apart and ended up putting some new rivets back in because it was the wrong stuff to take apart. But let's see if we can get this thing working today. Here's a quick rundown of the tools I used. Pry tool, this one, and another harder plastic one. Pull the trim piece off the door handle. We've got a T20 for the actual door lock cylinder. We've got, what is this, a triple square M6 for the 2 bolts inside that hold the lock mechanism in the door. And I can't remember which one of these I actually used for the bolts that'll hold the door card on. There's a T27, and this one is a T30. I believe it's a T30 for the actual 2 bolts or 4 bolts to hold the door card onto the door. A magnet to source some little bolts out of the door handle. You can just knock them out either way. And then we have a E6, right? I called it inverted Torx, but it's an E6 for the 2 bolts on the window regulator that loosens up, allow you to pull the actual window glass out of the window regulator. I bought a couple of these, like I said, off of eBay or Amazon or something, just in case they snapped. They didn't, but I replaced a couple anyways. And then the 13 mil to work with my triple square. If you got other triple squares that work, however, whatever. That's what I use. And then a flashlight to see and all that crap, right? And then odds and ends screwdrivers for little poking and playing. But this is basically what you'll need to do to complete the job that we're about to knock out. I actually knocked it out already, but just a recap of the tools. Right now I got this already pulled off. This is a door panel, right? This is a Mark 1, Mark 1.5, Mark 1 facelift, whatever. It's a 2012. But you're gonna pull this little trim piece off, right? You got 2 Torx in there. I don't remember the size. I'll see if I can get those at the later time at the end and let you know what size Torx I use. Pop that off, pull those 2 Torx out. Then all these on the back side are pressure clips, little plastic clips down there, right? But then you got 2 bolts down at the bottom as well, underneath. Sorry, boom, right? You're gonna have 2 bolts down there. And that's the 4 that hold it on there. And this is the panel. You got all these Torx to take off. It's the same size as what's in the door. One thing you don't want to do, these had regular rivets, kind of like that. And my dumb ass thinking that's also what held it in here because I couldn't get this to come off. I drilled them out, popped them off. Well, what that is that is the actual window regulator for a window to go up and down. The motor is all bolted to this panel. So I had to re-rivet it in so that the window would not fall apart and slide all crooked. So those are back in. What I'm gonna end up having to do, bring it down here. There are 2 E-Torx or whatever you wanna call. I will try to show you when I bring them down, and then loosen it up, pull the window out. And what I'm getting to is to where this lock mechanism is. Sorry, the sun is I'm gonna replace this. I don't know if it's bad, but I'm gonna replace that anyways. I got a replacement part, and then the cable for this from here to the lock. Because the exterior door handle, when it's unlocked, there's no tension, it doesn't pull open, it doesn't unlock. I've been having to roll the window down and open it from the inside all the time. This is the cable for the inside door handle. Everything works, it all locks. It's just exterior door handle doesn't work. So that is the part number for this door, for this cable that I purchased. I bought this, I don't know, probably a year and a half ago from Volkswagen, from the dealership. So I'm hoping it's the right part. And this is the actual mechanism for inside the door. I bought off Euro Tuning a while back. I think it's like a generation older. I think the M at the end of the 015 is the difference. but I'm gonna replace both of these, and hopefully that fixes this joint. So this is what I'm talking about. You open up these little, you'd have little plastic grommets over them, open them up, you got these little E-Torques. E8, I believe. You're gonna take those off, loosen them up, so you can pull the window out. All right, so you can kind of see it's an E6, right? This is your last good old AutoZone brand. You loosen these up, and it's counterclockwise. Loosen those up, and then you can move the window, right? Probably, I would recommend getting another set of hands, especially if you got tint, so you don't scratch the tint. Huh? What is that? What? Say what? All right, so this is a bracket that goes to the exterior door handle. This is a screw that we undid to be able to take the lock cylinder out of here, and the little screw that holds it in place, right? This is gonna go, okay. This slides down in here like so. Trying to do this one hand. Either way, this slides down in like so. That snaps into place like that. And that goes to the door latch. Now, the other fun part was this over top of here, trying to figure out how to take that off. This itty bitty screw, along with this one that was holding this from the door jamb side, right there, right? One of those up here. So it holds this whole contraption in the door. So be careful not to yank and pull. Take your time and look. Now that you've seen this, might help you out. That gets this whole part off the door. Now, if this doesn't fix my door handle issue, I don't know what it is, because everything looks good, except for maybe the used one wasn't working right. I don't know. But this is a pain in the butt, man. If you don't have the money to pay somebody, I guess you can do it, which is why I'm doing it. If you have the time, but this is, quite frankly, it's a pain in the ass, man. Take some patience, take some time. Walk through it slow, look at a zillion other different YouTube videos that I had to try to pull up a few, try to figure out some of the little ins and outs. Hopefully this one will help with whatever you guys got going on as well. But, and I pray this fixes it. If not, whatever, man. So it slid in, and then you twist it down. You twist it downward to lock it in place. Very, 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 very annoying job. Just to find out that what I'm replacing is in still good working order. And what the actual problem is, on the door handle, a little lever that pulls against the cable that unlatches the door, this little lever, this little part of my finger that comes out is sliding off the end of the cable and not allowing it to unlatch the door. I looked at this before I ordered parts to try to diagnose it. I didn't pick up on that. Now that I'm seeing how it all works and goes together, I'm seeing that no matter how I put this door handle on here, maybe when I get the lock cylinder in, I'll hold it in place better, but probably not. It's sliding off. This part is either worn out or bending and not opening. But the other interesting part is, you can, it's blurring, come on, focus. It's a similar lock concept. To the Mark IIIs. Little blade. Goes into that, little slot, and unlocks. You see it? Just like the Mark III and the Passat B4s. I think the Mark IIs are similar. All right. Nah. I don't ever want to do one of these again. Right? So I got it to work. Getting that lock cylinder in and the door handle lined up at just the right time, at the right placement, to where it catches, and getting it all lined up right back. However, pain in the butt, got it to work, everything's working, but still, that was probably my main issue to begin with. I just didn't catch it early enough. Maybe if I was full-time mechanic, I'd have noticed it. Maybe it was a little bit brighter. I don't know. But either way, it's fixed, it's corrected, the door works. Now the mirror, the window is just a little crooked. So I'll show you some things not to do and some parts that it's gonna be fun taking apart. So again, do not take these rivets out. They look like those. Don't take them out. That holds your window regulator. Same thing over here. That might be why window, once it goes down, once it goes all the way to the bottom, it kinks up a little bit. This harness that comes all the way through here also goes to your keyless entry that goes up through here and around into the door and up and around here, right, to get to the actual handle. So you do have to disconnect it from the little plastic that you saw here, that you saw me have apart. You do have to disconnect it. Now, when I rerouted it, I didn't reattach it all the way around. However, it's routed up in there. Hopefully it don't bind. These are little pop-in push. I pushed this one all the way through. I was able to get these back through. Maybe if I was a little more patient, I'd have got them through and popped back in. I put a little self-tapper in to try to bring it in some more. If I really wanted to, I could push those back through again, take this all apart, and then fish them out of the bottom. I'm not gonna do that. It's good for what it is. All right, so now I'm putting it all back together. I put all these Torx back in, all the little two holding that in, the lock cylinder, locking mechanism, it's all back together. Now I'm about to put the door card back on, wrap it up, call it a day. It is manageable on your own. It's just aggravating. So hopefully some of this work that I've done has helped. I've probably repeated myself with that a zillion times here, but I don't care. That's how it goes sometimes. If you plan on changing out a door speaker, now's the time to do it, because all you gotta do is drill out those rivets. You got everything apart. Go ahead, lottie-dottie, swap it in. Even though these didn't break, right, they look like they can be reused again, because I did buy some new ones. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the new ones in. These that look like they're a little bit worn out, and I wasn't sure if I had, it's easy to tell, it's not this style, you can tell if I had that style on there or not, so I bought them both off Amazon or eBay or whatever, right? But I got this style. Luckily, I've got enough. I'm just gonna replace a couple of them. Sometime I'll have a video of replacing this piece of crap. It got stuck on me, got jammed up. Panoramic sunroof. I'll eventually replace that with what's in this big old crate from Alibaba. $950 or $960 shipped for a whole complete unit with the sunshade. Dealership wanted, I don't know, 3 or 4 times that much. But hopefully that is a plug and play by the time it's time to put it in. Thank you for taking your time to watch this. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you get something to talk some crap. Oh, neighbor. Hopefully, but whatever not. Check out my other vids. I got a whole bunch of other stuff in here on the Tiguan that I've done for replacement repairs. I've ordered a alternator pulley. Hopefully that replaces the squealing that I've got. I replaced the tensioner pulley thinking that was it, but it's not. So I've got an alternator pulley on the way. I'll do a little quick vid of that, and hopefully it's the pulley and not the bearings of the actual alternator, where then I gotta replace the alternator. But thanks for checking out the video. Hopefully it serves some purpose for you. If not, check out whatever else I have on there. It might help you out. Like, subscribe, share, talk some smack, ask some questions. Let me know what you think, all right? Thanks for checking it out. Next time.